Every January, we're hit with the same damn thing. New year, new me. Gym goals, body goals, gym rat. Wake up. You can't reach me. That one's probably not a thing. But you know what I'm trying to say. Like every year, we are inundated with these messages about changing our body and capitalizing on the energy of the new year to set our resolutions on that. I'm here to tell you that this year is going to be the year that you don't do that. This year, we're going to tackle things a little differently, and we're not going to blame our bodies or want to change our bodies or fight with our bodies this year. This year, everything's going to look a lot different because you found me, and it's 2025, and I'm your comadre in healing from dieting. That was a smooth transition. If you resonate with what I just said, you're kind of tired of this dieting, weight loss driven kind of resolution setting, then you're in the right place. I'm Zariel, a registered dietitian and the founder of Love Your Xoxos. I help folks have a healthy relationship with food and themselves so they can love their Xoxos inside and out. If this is your vibe, hit that subscribe and let's jump into today's video. Today we're diving into a topic about resolutions and how to kind of set those in a different way than we're used to by taking an approach that honors yourself. I'm going to be asking some reflection questions throughout, kind of. So if you want to have a pen and paper to take some notes, or your phone, or your laptop, or whatever, or you want to save this for later, feel free to do so. I'll also put the questions in my Substack this way that you can have the whole talking points of today and the video and questions all in one place. Feel free to check the description box below to find the details on that. But let's get started. Typically, when we're thinking about our resolutions for the new year, it goes something like this. And let me know if yours is different. It's a new year. I'm going to go to the gym every day and I'm going to lose XYZ pounds. That's a common thing that I went through in my early years. And it's something that I no longer do now because I have a healthier relationship with myself and food and kind of see my health in a way bigger picture than just a number on a scale. When I'm talking to clients and something like this comes up, my first question is why? Why do you want to lose weight? What's going on? What are you feeling? Why is the number the reason that you're kind of navigating and making this goal around this thing? The curiosity is something that I always encourage all of my clients to bring in whenever they're talking about any kind of goal, but especially something like this where we're kind of taught to believe that our goals has to be related to our weight and not really questioning what we're feeling. We just think that weight loss will make us feel XYZ thing when we could actually feel that thing outside of the scale. In an example of playing out this why, let's say someone comes up to me and they're like, oh, I want to lose weight because whenever I take the stairs, I'm out of breath. Valid. I hear you, I see you, and I resonate with you because them stairs, I remember when I lived in New York, taking those stairs was embarrassing and humbling at times. But okay, so if we are gonna follow through with this stairs analogy, right? What is it that's actually going on? Why is it the weight? If we're able to peel back the layers, we're able to see that it's not necessarily the weight, it's the way that your body is feeling, right? Like your body's feeling winded. It's a little bit taxing to do the thing of going up the stairs. So when we're thinking about the why, what's actually the problem is that we're feeling a little bit out of breath when we're doing some cardiovascular exercises. I want you to think about scenarios where you can apply this same kind of logic. If you have a problem that you want to fix, a situation, a feeling, a sensation, anything, what is the why? What is your body telling you that is kind of guiding you towards the way of weight loss when that may not be the only solution for that problem? Other things that people can kind of come up to me about when it comes to goals that they might relate to weight loss is their diet. Maybe they're having a harder time passing stools, aka they're constipated. Maybe their meals are imbalanced, so they want to cut their carbs or specific food groups or things like that. we're able to pinpoint what's the story going on there as we're having a conversation to help them determine their why. And I encourage you to do the same thing too if you're on this space of kind of figuring out what your why is when you're setting your intentions for this year. If you want to share some of that in the comments below, go for it. I'm happy to answer your comments and questions, and maybe you might even find someone there that can resonate with what you're sharing too. Once we've determined our why, this is where we can start to take some action and make some goals related to something that will address your why. In the example of the girly pop that's a little bit too winded when she takes the stairs, what are some actionable things that they can do to help them not be so winded when they go up those stairs? Well, first, in my brain, I would be asking questions about their movement routine. What does it look like? And where can we add some structure, some flexibility, some discipline maybe, just something more to help work towards the end all goal of not being so winded when we get up those stairs, right? So for example, let's say this person works a sedentary job. They don't really move around too much. They work at home, so they're averaging about like 4,000 steps a day. Cool. Now we can kind of use that data point and add more to that number to help them move more. And maybe it can be something small, like adding a walk after meals or after work. Maybe it could be a gym session. Maybe it can be a movement session outside of the gym. Anything that's going to help with our cardiovascular system for this specific example, because we're trying to work our lung capacity. Maybe we can even suggest something that's like breath work to kind of help their lungs have more air in them and breathing appropriately when they're taking the stairs, things like that. Those are some things that we would kind of have a conversation about that would take some actions, right? Like take some steps towards addressing the why. A very important thing to consider when we're thinking about our actions is to be realistic with ourselves. I'm always telling folks to meet their clients where they're at, but I'm always telling my clients to meet themselves where they're at. It's amazing and important to have a vision of ourselves that is the ideal version of ourselves, but sometimes the ideal version and who we are not there just yet. So we kind of have to meet in the middle or in the bottom, just to kind of take baby steps to get there. And it takes time, and there's no judgment, especially not when you're working with me. We really want to take those nice small steps towards the bigger goals so that you're able to have a good solid foundation that is sustainable and also flexible, right? Because life is life and things are hard and we can't be rigid. Rigidity leads to downfalls in some cases and also furthers the disconnection from our body, which is part of diet culture, which is a tangent I'm not going to get into. If you want me to, let me know. But all of that to say, like, we want to have a routine, a foundation that is solid, sustainable, so it lasts a long time, and flexible for the realities of our lives, especially if we're women. Our cycles, like, we want to be able to flow as much as we can so that we're able to continue the thing that we want to do in a way that is holistic and authentic to us. And again, flexibility is the name of the game when we're taking actionable steps. If you're understanding what I'm saying, feel free to leave a like and feel free to leave in the comments what kind of actionable steps might you be able to take with this subtle reframe of using your why to help inform your actions. Once we have a good plan of what we need to do and how we're going to do it, which I didn't really go over the how, but that's a part of that too. Like, what are the steps that need to be taken to make sure that your actions are actionable? Let me know if I should do a separate video on that, or let me know what questions you have about that. Once you have all of that set down, then we move into celebration. It's really important to have some kind of celebration system because we're not using a traditional thing to measure our success like the scale. Instead, we're going to be using these things called non-scale victories, and essentially it's exactly what the name says, like wins that have nothing to do with the scale and everything to do with you. And this can range from so many different possibilities. It can be physical, it can be mental, nutrition, it can be sleep, energy, social. There's so many wins that you're able to celebrate when you remove yourself from the belief that anything that you do in terms of your health has to be tied to the scale. Some examples can be like having more energy, having regular bowels, eating all your meals, not skipping any meals, making sure you're hitting your fiber goals, making sure that you're sleeping enough, having more patience with your kids, having more patience with your dog, having more patience with your spouse. The list goes on and on and on and on and on in terms of things that you can celebrate outside of this scale. And we're going to need those non-scale victories to kind of help us go along with our actionable steps, because we don't have the scale again to rely on or to use as something that's going to hold us back or make us feel good about ourselves. These non-scale victories are much more attainable. There's so many more of them, right? Like the scale is just one number, but these are a lot. And you can really use them to your advantage and celebrate them as big or as small as you want, with people or with not. It's a beautiful way to just pour into yourself and to show you, like, I've been killing it. I've been doing this XYZ thing, and I can take those stairs with no problem. Out of breath, who? Out of breath, who? Right? Like, that's what we want to be able to embody when we're thinking of our plans for the steps, the actions, and the goals and the intentions that we want to make for the new year when they're separate from weight. If there's a non-scale victory that you kind of realized just now because I just talked about it, let me know in the comments. I'd love to cheer people on. Maybe you could find someone to cheer you on. Maybe you could find an accountability buddy in the chat too. That would be super cute. But just share. Like, this is a space that I'm making for all of us so we can dish la dieta together. So feel free to just as much as you want. So how is this landing for you? What are your thoughts? What are your questions? It can be a little overwhelming to kind of think of our goals in a way that's a little bit different from the way that we've been taught to kind of take care of ourselves. So I am curious what thoughts, feelings, sensations in your body, what's coming up for you, so that we can continue this curiosity. And if you're watching this and you're like, I think I need a little bit of help, I think I need some guidance, I think I need someone to hold my hand a little bit, great. My calendar's open for now. If you're watching this right now, you can scan this link with your phone, verify your benefits, and maybe we can work together this year so I can help you work on your goals, help cheer you on, make you feel in control of your health, and all of those delicious things that I love doing when I'm working with my clients one-on-one. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I would love for you to leave a cow emoji, because I'm staring at a cow right now, to let me know that you made it all the way through, and to let the algorithm know that you're enjoying my content. It really helped my channel grow. And if you loved this video and think that someone else could benefit from it, please share it. Sharing is caring. But no, seriously, feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe to my page. I'm so glad that you were here to take some time to help reframe some of your New Year's resolutions so that you can enter this year taking a step against diet culture. I don't really like that ending, but that's what we're going with. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch some more of my videos, I have my Saucy Sunday playlist where I made all these delicious sauces. And I also have some videos talking about some of my personal journey on some things that I'm working on personally. I hope you have a wonderful start to 2025. We made it. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Love you so much. Bye.